Hello everyone. Today I am going to continue hydrocarbon class 11th chapter part 2. In the first chapter we have gone through what is a hydrocarbon, and first compound of hydrocarbons is the alkane. Alkane are the single bonded compound in between two carbon atom. The chemical formula is derived by the CnH2n plus 2 and the hybridization is sp3. But now we will go through what is the second compound, alkene. Alkene are the compound like this. Their ended suffix is used in alkene is ene, ene in place of ane, as we have studied in alkene. Alkene are unsaturated hydrocarbon. There are two doubles present in between two carbon atom, and the formula is CnH2n like cycloalkane. Cycloalkane also have the CnH2n plus. The simplest member of alkene family is ethene, C2H4. The alkene are also called olefins, cause Greek word olive means oil. Because a large member of this series such as ethylene, propylene, etc. react with chlorine to form the oil products. Next is structure of double bond. Because double bond is present, by the experimental basis we observe there is a bond length is 154 pm. The carbon-carbon double bond in alkene consists of one strong sigma bond, enthalpy 397 kJ per mole due to head-on overlapping of sp2 hybridization. In alkane, sp3 hybridization was present, but in alkene, sp2 hybridization is occurred. The weak pi bond enthalpy is 284 kJ per mole obtained by lateral sideways overlapping. Lateral sideways overlapping of the 2p orbitals of the two carbon atom. The double bond is shorter in bond length 134 pm than the single bond 154 pm. Alkene are easily attached by the reagent or compounds which are in search of electrophilic reagent, because they behave as source of both loosely held mobile electron. The presence of weaker bond makes alkenes unstable molecule in comparison of alkanes, and thus alkene can be changed into single bond compound by the combining with the electrophilic reagents. Next is the nomenclature. Nomenclature means how can we give the name of a compound. In GOC we have gone through in detail. First we have to find out what is the longest chain. The longest continuous chain should include both the carbon atom and the double bond. The suffix used for the alkene, ene. The chain is numbered from the end that gives a lower number to the first carbon atom of the double bond. This should be our preference. We will give the first number to the carbon atom of the double bond. That should be on the least number. If there are two or more double bonds, the ending ane of the alkene is replaced by the di or adine or adenine. Now is the isomerase. What is the isomerase? Isomerase means the compound having the same molecular formula but different structural formula. It's called the isomerase, and these compounds are called the isomer of each other. In the case of alkene, we are finding two types of isomerase. One is a structural isomerase and second is a geometrical isomerase. In a structural isomerase, we found chain isomerase and position isomerase. Chain means there is a change in the length of chain. It can be branch, it can be straight like this. Position isomerase, there will be change in the double bond of position of the double bond in the chain. Now is a structural isomerase. Two types of structural isomerase can be happen here. We have studied 5 types of structural isomerase, C, P and T के बीच में F. Chain isomerase, position isomerase, functional isomerase, metamerase and tautomerase. The isomers differ with respect to the chain of the carbon atom, as in alkanes, ethene, C2H4 and propene, C3H6 can have only one structure, but alkenes higher than propene have different structures. This is the position isomerase. There is a change in position. It's on the first, second, third and fourth, but in the case we can do this is but 1-ene and this is but 2-ene. Geometrical isomer. Geometrical means which we can see by the plane polarized light in the mirror image also. The compounds which have the same structure formula but differ in the spatial arrangement of atom or groups of atom about the double bond are called the geometrical isomers. And the phenomena is known as a geometrical isomerism. The isomer in which similar atoms are grouped together at one side, they are called a cis compound. If the functional group are present on the one side, that is called the cis isomer. If they are in the cross form, that is called the trans isomer. Like cis isomer is more polar than the trans isomers, they are distinguished on the basis of their physical properties such as melting point, boiling point, etc. Properties of alkenes. For studying the properties of alkenes, we are studying two types of properties. One is the physical property, second is the chemical property. Physical property and chemical property. In physical properties, we will learn melting point, boiling point, solubility, etc. Melting point. In general, alkanes have higher melting point than the corresponding alkanes. This is due to the reason that p electron of double bond are more polarized than the s electron, because s electron has a character like this and p electron in the double shape, this is spherical shape, double shape. Because of this, it can be more polarity. The melting and boiling point of alkenes in general increase with increase in molecular mass. Boiling point. The boiling point of alkenes show a regular gradation with an increase in number of carbon atoms like alkanes. The general for each added CH2 group, the boiling point rises by 20 to 30 degrees centigrade. Next is the dipole moment. Dipole moment is only because of the difference in charge, means somewhere is negative and somewhere is positive charge. That only because of difference in charge they create the polarity, and dipole moment is also occurred here. Alkenes are weak polar, as we know. They don't have any electronegative element there, so that they can pull the sharing electron towards itself. But still, low polarity is present. The p electron of the double bond can be easily polarized. Therefore, their dipole moment are higher than those of the alkenes. The dipole moment of alkene depend on the position of the groups bonded to the two double bond carbon atom. The symmetrical trans alkenes are non-polar and hence have zero dipole moment. However, unsymmetrical trans alkenes have a small dipole moment because the two dipole opposes each other, but they don't cancel out each other exactly since they are unequal. On the other hand, both symmetrical and asymmetrical cell alkenes are polar and hence have high finite dipole moment. This is because of the two dipoles of individual bonds are on the same side and have the resultant dipole moment. Next property is the solubility. Alkenes are lighter than water. These are insoluble in water because they are non-polar, but they are soluble in organic solvents like alcohol, ether, benzene, etc. Now we are coming for the chemical properties. Chemical properties, first is the addition of dihydrogen. Dihydrogen means hydrogen gas. As we know, alkene structure is like this, CH2 double bond CH2. By breaking of one bond, two electron will be free. So one atom can be attached here and here. So this hydrogen will attach here and we will get the CH3 single bond CH3. This ene will convert to ene. Alkene add up on molecule of dihydrogen gas in the presence of finely divided nickel, palladium or platinum to flow alkenes. This is called the rainy nickel. What this is called the rainy nickel? Nickel is there when we are passing the hydrogen here. There will be the small holes, so gas can react here. That's why it's called the rainy nickel. It's a good hydrogenating compound. Addition of halogens. Halogens like bromine or chlorine add up the alkene to form vicinal dihalide. Vicinal means when the adjacent carbon halogen are attached on the adjacent carbon. The reddish orange color of bromine solution in carbon tetrachloride is discharged when bromine adds up to unsaturated side. This reaction is used as test for unsaturation. Two things are there. We will do the reaction with the bromine water. This will convert to orange to white. If we do the direct concentrated bromine, this will change in color. Now is the addition of hydrogen halide. Hydrogen halide means like this. It will react will give this will follow with the Markovnikov rule. Hydrogen halide add up the alkene to form alkyl halide. The order of reactivity of the hydrogen halide is Hi, HBr, HCl, like addition of halogens to alkenes. Addition to hydrogen halide is also example of electrophilic addition reaction. Now is the Markovnikov rule. What is the Markovnikov rule? Markovnikov have given a rule whenever some asymmetrical alkene is present and alkyl halide will attach to this, the more negative element will go to the direction where less number of hydrogen is present. Markovnikov, a Russian chemist, made a generalization of 1869. These generalization led Markovnikov to frame a rule called Markovnikov rule. The rule stands that during the addition across unsymmetrical multiple bond, the negative part of the addendum joined with the carbon atom which carries a smaller number of hydrogen atom, while the position part goes to the carbon atom with more hydrogen atom. There is one more just opposite rule of this. It's the anti-Markovnikov rule, in which negative part will be attached to the asymmetrical carbon where hydrogen will be more. But anti-Markovnikov rule can be happen only in presence of peroxide. Addition of sulfuric acid. Like this is a alkene, when sulfuric acid will be there, it will attach, will make the ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Addition of water. In the presence of few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid, alkene react with water to form alcohol in accordance with the Markovnikov rule. Next is the oxidation. Alkene on oxidation with KMnO4 or any oxidizing agent, it will convert to alcoholic groups. Second, oxidation cleavage of alkenes. It can break and it can form the acid. When alkene is treated with hot acidic potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate solution, the alkene gets split up the double bond forming carboxylic acid or ketones. This is called oxidation cleavage of alkenes. Next is the ozonolysis. This is a very important and little different reaction. When propene are reacting with ozone O3, it will give the propene ozonide, and on further reaction it will give the ethanol and methanol. Alkenes are oxidized. Alkenes are oxidized with ozone to form ozonides, which are usually compounds, unstable compounds. These are reduced with zinc and water, forming aldehyde and ketones. The reaction is called ozonolysis. Next is the polymerization. Polymerization is a process in which a large number of simple, same or different molecules combine to form a bigger molecule or higher molecular mass. The small molecules are called monomers, while the bigger molecules are called macromolecules or polymers. This is the monomer chain, monomer unit, which is what is the polymer? Polymer is a compound where monomer unit join together with bonding. That is a polymer. Example is polyethene. When ethene compound is joined together with high temperature and pressure in presence of catalyst, this double bond will break down and 2 electrons will be free, and this can form the another bond and make the polyethene polymer. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good luck.